Do you know why I'm all dressed in glam rock? Because the goal of your first challenge is to create a female glam rock outfit. I think it's such a great goal this week, glam rock. Like, everyone loves being glam and being so beautiful and over the top, and that is what a true designer is, glam. That is what all the best designers in the world create, pretty much, is glam designs. And then with a rock and roll feel, it can be cool as well. So I think it's a fantastic combination. How exciting is that? So just channel this, but in a female. And your first challenge will be to create an accessory in 45 minutes to go with the female glam rock outfit. Woo! How do we feel about that?
Oh, no.
My weakness in this competition is that I'm a perfectionist. So if we have a short time limit, I'm afraid that I won't finish in time.
We'll also be given 2 mandatory materials which are under this lovely blanket, and they are based on the theme of thrift shop. Ooh. So think glam rock, and think female, and think thrift shop.
I don't mind to work with any material as long as you will be able to sew in it.
I'm hoping with the challenges that whatever they give us, it's materials that are quite easy to work with.
Are you designers ready to see the mandatory materials?
Yes.
Come on, more energy. I really want you to bring it. Come on, guys. Are you ready to see the mandatory materials?
Yeah.
I feel like the designers are going to have issues with the mandatory materials, and I pray that they actually can slay.
I think the contestants are always really nervous with the first challenge. But this particular group, I have a feeling they'll just be excited, eager, ready to jump in. Because they're that type of designer. They know how good they are, and they just want to get straight into it and no piss farting around, shall we say. The mandatory materials for this challenge are...
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Chubby, waist or high hip length coat with heavily padded shoulders, sleeves the same length as the coat, and usually made of fur or a pile fabric to give a bulky look.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
Giving you all my love.
My tactic to win Design Genius is that I want to try to be kind to everyone, and I want to pretend that I'm that nice girl so everyone will like me.
My first impression for the other contestants is very well. I think they are very nice people, also very talented, and this is good for me because I like to compete with the high level people.
Are you designers ready to see the mandatory materials?
Yes.
Come on, more energy. I really want you to bring it. Come on, guys. Are you ready to see the mandatory materials?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Without further ado, the mandatory materials for this challenge are hats and shoes. And I'm going to start the clock very soon, only if the designers are ready.
I think it's cool and funky and fun, and I have many things to think of, and it's popping into my mind when I think about it.
I was really nervous, and I think when we saw the materials, I just had a blackout. I didn't know what to do or anything, so I think I was panicking a little bit.
So in 3, 2, 1, the clock starts now! I think thrift store materials are difficult because they aren't good quality and they have been overused, but they're not that raincoat or rain boots like we've done in the past. They are
The first task was a little bit weird because I was get very confused with the inspiration and the materials, but I figured out very well.
When I thought about the glam rock concept, I was really happy because I like it and it's quite cool. So I was happy about it.
I'm not fast enough and I can't run and I didn't have enough mandatory materials and it's bad.
To begin with, I wasn't nervous until the time started going and I obviously hadn't got anything done. And these scissors aren't working. The scissors weren't sharp enough to cut through the leather, so that was making me panic more because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the time's running out and I can't cut this.
The biggest challenge with making an accessory in 45 minutes is pondering. And it's 45 minutes, it's a small task, so don't try and make it bigger than it is. And less is more with this task. Really find a simpler design and go for it.
I think the designers, just like anyone, I'm sure they, nervous. I'm sure they have that anxiety, but also the excitement and the curiosity. Chris, how are you feeling right now?
I hope everything works well because the timing is right now.
Yep. Just make sure the execution is amazing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Chris, so far in what I see him making a necklace, I like the idea that he went creative and took the top part of the shoes and create that as a neckline. Hi, so how are you feeling?
Hi, I'm stressed but I have ideas, so...
Yeah, so what kind of ideas do you have right now?
I want to do something around the neckline. I'm not sure yet how it's going to be like, but...
Do you feel like you've got enough mandatory materials?
I think yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then what are you planning to do with the gold...
I want to paint it silver if I will find silver spray, and I want to place it somewhere because it's kind of reminding me of a rock feeling. So.
Do you feel like gold is not rock?
No, I feel like it's not.
Okay.
I feel like it's more like royal.
When Ruth comment back to my little comment about, I asked her why wouldn't she keep the gold, and she replied back to me, gold to her was royal, which is true, but I think with glam rock, there's so many other colors too there. Just make sure everything's cohesive.
Yeah,
and then enjoy everything, okay?
I will, thank you.
What stressed me out the most was the time. I just realized that the time went so fast.
And the machines wasn't working, then the nerves started to kick in and my hands were shaking. So yeah, I did become nervous midway.
Nicola, don't let her show that you have weakness in you. Don't be shaky. What's going on, girl? Get it together.
15 minutes left on the clock. Start rounding up.
Rounding up? Oh my god, where's the glue? It goes so quick, you don't even realise it. And I'm just struggling to get everything to work at the moment. I feel like it's set up. Nothing works.
I think they're all doing good, except for Nicola. I think she needs to calm the hell down and learn how to use a sewing machine and center herself, because she's all over the place.
When I saw Nicola's hand was shaking, it's only normal. Everyone is very different, their personality is very different, how they react to situation.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Designers, stop designing! Hands in the air, hands in the air. I can't wait to come down with my fellow judges and hear all about your amazing designs and give you guys a bit of feedback. So well done. Hey Nicola, how are you?
Stressed.
Hey. What's going on here, girl? What's the deal with this?
Well, I started off having a really good idea. I wanted to make an arm cuff, like a double arm cuff, but I didn't even get half of it done. I didn't have enough time. I had problems with the machines. I had problems with the scissors. Yeah, as you can see.
What's going on here, girl? What's that?
I didn't get to finish So time wasn't on my side at all.
Yeah, that's obvious, yeah.
If I had more time, I reckon it would have been amazing.
The designer that impressed me the least was definitely Nicola, because she produced crap work. Simple as that. Is there any other excuses you can think of to justify that?
If I had my contact lenses, I might have been able to see the hole in the needle.
Yeah.
And that would have been great.
Yeah, probably. What are you guys thinking? Do you have any questions?
Why would you leave your contact lenses at? Like, where are they?
Now, unfortunately, the least person to impress me was Nicola. She fails at the accessory challenge. I don't know what else she has pinned up in her. If she doesn't get her nerves together, she's gonna be one ticket back home.
Better luck next time, yes. Let's hope so.
I think the feedback was... It was quite honest because I thought the same, because my piece wasn't finished. Had it have been finished, then there would have been more to judge it on.
Hey Sabina, how are you? Give me a hug.
Hey Sabina.
Hi.
Tell us about your design.
Well, I was a little bit panicking in the beginning, but I tried to make a purse, a little bit glam inside.
Can you show us the glam inside?
See that inside.
So you can just like open it like this.
What type of mandatory materials did you use for this?
So on the outside I used the leather, fake leather hat, and then the top of the shoe to get some texture, and then inside also a hat. So you can put like maybe your iPhone or a pack of cigarettes without rocking.
Functional.
Oh yeah, we like
Yes,
that.
functional fashion is awesome.
I feel like it's sounding like I've got favouritism, but I love Sabina's. Hers has an Alexander McQueen rock vibe. So for me, Alexander McQueen is so glam and so rock as well. So she's got that great combination.
I tried to use the machine, but no, they were not on my side today.
Okay.
I'm excited for you. Glad you're here.
Well, that's right. So you're not gonna give her any scolding for not being able to use a sewing machine as a designer who's supposed to be genius. No.
No.
Do you think that's acceptable?
I think she worked with her hands pretty well. Good job.
There we go. You think she worked with your hands well. Isn't that lovely? Great job. Give me another hug.
Very couture.
You did a great job.
The feedback I got was quite positive. I didn't expect that they would be so positive as they were, because I thought that they would hate it, but I think they liked it.
Okay.
Tell us about these roots.
I tried to make like a neck piece,
Yep.
and this is it.
What
do you have to ask Ruth about her design?
Apart from the hat, did you use anything else from the
Yeah,
mandatory
this
materials?
is the shoes. This is shoes, and
Okay.
this is the shoes lace, and that's it.
Do you think your design is a genius?
Yes.
Worthy?
I wanted them to know that it's not clean as I want it to be, but I still think it's creative and it's good.
Hello, Christoph. How about you?
How are you?
Hi, Chris.
Hey,
What's up, Chris?
good. Well, I try like to figure out what I need to do, because I was so confused at the beginning when I saw the mandatory materials and I say, oh my god, this is not the glam rock. Like when I get the shoes and the hearts for the summer, and I say, well, I figure out something. I did like a necklace piece. Then I used like the base of the shoes. I cut it around and I get the round of the heart.
My favorite has to be Chris so far. He has a very bubbly personality, very confident. You can tell that he's really focused, and he also enjoys the game.
Well, congratulations, you've done so well. High
you.
fives,
Go,
I'm
Chris.
so impressed.
I'm very sure that I probably gonna win, because I get already in my mind what I need to do.
Welcome back, designers. I like it, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. So how are we feeling up to challenge number 1?
Ready to get on with challenge number 2.
Yeah, you didn't want to forget about the last challenge.
Yeah.
And fairly so. But anyway, we're going to move to some of the judges' feedback, so you can get some advice for them to take on to challenge number 2.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, how are you, girl?
Very well, thank you. Your first challenge, I feel like it was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It was absolutely fabulous, wicked.
Yeah.
Love the execution and the reflection of the metal that you use. So well done. It's glam rock.
Thank you.
I think Christos finished early because there was no piss farting around. There was no messing around. He's trusting himself so much. And it's not arrogance, it's just confidence with him. He knows his ability, he knows his strengths. And he just went plowing through it, so I thought, well done to Christoph. Well, on that note, Winnie, do you have some more comments/feedbacks for some of our designers?
Rude.
Rude.
I really feel like you understand design. But next time, stick to the challenge. It wasn't glam, it wasn't rock. It was ready for a military experience.
Really?
Yes.
How did I have like a chance to do it different? Like in what way?
I feel like you could definitely bring it to another level because you had a little bit of the strings in there with a little bit of glam. It had a little bit of, I guess you could say, sparkle to it.
Take those off your head, I reckon. You're looking like a bit diva with them on your head. Put them down.
Let me put these down. You see, sparkle. Yeah. Glam.
Sometimes I can't agree with Winnie on certain aspects because I feel like he's not analysing the designs enough. I happen to disagree with Winnie. I think the reason you didn't perform was because you didn't utilise your time enough. And I think you would agree with that you were under time constraints. That would be my advice, is just use your time better because I liked what you had in mind, but because of the time, you couldn't execute. Yeah. Winnie and I sometimes have disagreements because I like to keep it very real.
Nicola. Does my face expression say it all? Because time is so crucial, working under pressure is so crucial in this line of business.
I'm looking forward to the second challenge as I feel as though I need to now work twice as hard to make up for the first challenge. So I just want to get the ball rolling now.
Nicola needs to step up her game because at this point she's going home. If we do not see her do the hokey pokey and turn it around, goodbye Nicola, come on babe, let's do it, let's move it, let's push it, let's create design genius work. Sabina's got the biggest potential because she's in a good place because everyone's looking at Christoph and I feel like everyone wants to kind of stab him in the back. He's running, he's sprinted. Whereas Sabina's not far off it, but people kind of forget that. So she's in second place and I think she's about to do her sprint and overtake Christoph.
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Décolleté, any neckline that is cut very low in front, often refers to wide, gently curving deep V.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
The hardest part with this challenge for the designers is confidence. We're seeing someone like Sabina create an amazing piece of work, but she is struggling to believe in herself. And I don't think Nicola's little breakdown and struggle is because of her ability. I think it's because of self-belief.
I'm really curious if Nicola is going to flip that 180, do the hokey pokey, and surprise me.
Welcome back, designers! So how are we feeling after the judges' comments and advice?
More stress?
More stress! I actually wanted to talk to you first, little Toodles, because I felt like it could be part confusing and I wanted to know if you had any questions for me to not be so stressed.
I really wish to have a cohesive look that is clean and pretty, and I really want to have enough time.
Listen to yourself. I think that's the most important thing. I've noticed with the last challenges when people don't listen to themselves and get stressed, I think it's actually better to take 2 minutes to just feel like, woo, and don't do anything out of that stress and out of your head, and just attend to yourself and focus, and you guys will do just fine. With this particular challenge, you don't have time to go from idea to idea. You just have to go. You just have to pick a design and go with it because there's no time. Nicola.
Yes.
You failed to impress us in the last challenge. It was a bit of a flop.
Hopefully I can change that around.
Yes. How are you planning to change that around this time?
I've got a few tricks up my sleeves, but I'm going to keep it quiet for now.
Oh, keep it quiet. There we go.
I'm hoping I still have a chance myself of winning in this episode. When it comes to the second challenge, as dresses are more my specialty.
And Sabina, you did quite a well job last challenge. How are you going to elevate it this challenge?
I mean, it will be hard because now I have pressure on me that I need to be good because I did quite well this challenge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have to keep it up.
Keep it up, good girl. And Chris.
Yeah.
That's your new nickname. It goes Chris. I understand that's ice cream in Greece, correct? Chris?
Yes, it is.
How are you feeling this challenge? Because first challenge we were very confident, and I heard backstage that you believe you're going to finish early.
I think I have that good taste, and also I'm very genius working with the materials.
I want to recap the rules for you, but before I do that, I just want to make sure that everyone's okay, and if anyone has any questions for me, please ask now, because this will be your last opportunity before you get in the challenge. We good?
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. To recap the rules for this episode, you were all given a goal. So the goal of this episode is to create a female glam rock outfit with the theme of the mandatory materials being thrift store. The 3 of you that create the best designs will move on to the next round and have a chance to win $10,000 and the title of Design Genius London. How does that sound?
Good.
Woo! But of course, being competition and the law of averages always decide that one of you will fail. So the one that fails to impress will be booted from the competition and no longer have a chance to win $10,000 and the title of Design Genius London. Oh, isn't that sad?
Yep.
But it's okay, because guess what? In this episode, the designer which impresses us the most will win an advantage in the next round and the title of Design Genius London for the episode.
Right now I feel quite confident about the second challenge because I feel comfortable in the concept, like the glam rock. So, but you know, you're always nervous because you don't know what the materials will be.
Now it's time to create a garment of your choice to match your accessory to create one cohesive overall look. You will be given 6 hours in this challenge to create an outfit. And remember, it's a garment of your choice and you have to create one overall look that is cohesive.
I'm finding now that the second challenge is going a lot better than the first challenge, which I'm quite happy about. I think I may be able to redeem myself from the disaster I had to begin with.
So, 6 hours, 30 minutes at the end with your model to get it all together and get your model runway ready. How are you feeling? I think we're a bit stressed, a bit nervous.
Yes.
You're curious. Wow, because you're just so curious, little to-doops, I think it's time that I reveal the mandatory materials. Can I get a drum roll? The mandatory materials for this challenge are button-up shirts and flare jeans. And guess what? There's no time to waste, so the clock will start in 3, 2, 1. Designers, get designing!
I was very slow to get to the mandatory materials and to start, but when I came to the stage with the mandatory material, I saw that exactly what I wanted is over there.
Challenge number 2 is so stressful. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I definitely do have some tricks up my sleeve, and I'm hoping that I can make up for the first challenge.
I used only one mandatory material. I know that they're fast, so I started spraying everywhere. Like I wanted it to look metallic, and I knew that without the gray spray I will not. So I used it.
I don't worry about the time because I think I have plenty time. I know what I need to do, and maybe there's some difficulties, but I'm gonna figure out that.
I think the designers are, again, nervous. I think it's a good element to have, being nervous.
The spray paint situation was horrid. Oh my gosh, I felt like all of them were overspraying each piece. I just felt like they really tried to take it to another level with the spray paint, but some hurt them, some helped them.
I think that Christos was freaking out a little bit because he couldn't find the spray paint. But the thing is that the spray paint was empty, like almost everything, except for the red one. So that's the one I took. And then I tried to hide it a little bit under my fabrics, because I need it myself.
If Nicola's biggest challenge for the competition is threading a machine, she needs to go home. Simple as that.
Are you using your machine, Sabina?
No, I was going to, but you can have it. I can do it after.
Yeah, I've been having a little bit of trouble with the machines, as the ones I'm used to working with are a lot different than the ones that are being supplied here. But I'm finding my way around them as time goes on.
I would think Christos was my favourite designer. He did not mess around. He thought of the idea and just went with it. And that's what he did. He's like, okay, yeah, this is going to be my design. Regardless of if I think of this or think of that, it's just going to be this, and let's just get it done.
Well, in the beginning, I knew that I have to deal only with the time, and that's I figure out that I need to make something that I know that I gonna finish it. That's why I give my best, and I finished earlier. So I step back to look if it's okay or not. Then I was very satisfied with my piece.
Okay guys, there's only 30 minutes left on your clock, which means the models are coming out now. So get them dressed, get them finalised, all for the runway show. Good luck. Hello guys, there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. So in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Designers, hands in the air. However your model looks right now, that's how she will look on the runway. Overall, a very great job done. I can't wait to see you all on the runway. Woo! Round of applause. Amazing!
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Dhoti. Pants inspired by traditional Indian garment that drapes loosely at the upper leg area and tapers gradually towards the hemline.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
I think Christoph is amazing, but I think his aesthetic is similar to many other designers out there, whereas I think Sabina's got something special that we haven't seen. So I really want her to know how good she is and run with it, because she will create amazing work if she does that.
Well, I felt that the others did the obvious thing when you think about glam rock, with glitter and black and silver and a lot of studs everywhere, but I didn't want to do that, so I took it like to the next step.
Hey Sabina!
Hello.
Hello Brianna!
Hi.
Hey. So Sabina, tell us all about your fabulous look.
So I wanted to keep it quite simple to show my style, and I wanted to get the top part like a leather suede look to get it more rock style, and to keep it quite short so it's more sexy and that it matched the flash.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a bit sexy, naughty, bitchy, me. I love it. Like sexy, we do a bit of twirl. Sabina is fabulous. Sabina has got it. The one thing I wish Sabina does is probably take into account the theme more. Beautiful outfit, beautiful dress, stunning, but it was borderline not glam rock. So I think she just needs to really embody the challenge more, and then she will receive better feedback. Amazing designer, but you can't design for yourself and you can't just do what you want to do. You really have to listen to the criteria. So that's my advice for Sabina, is embody the criteria.
I didn't think that I would lose, but you know, when I was standing on the runway, it made me nervous because you never know what's going to happen.
Sabina, I want to talk about the little naughty side of you. I saw you stealing paint cans and hiding them under your fabric, and also grabbing all the materials so poor little Root couldn't have some button-ups. Tell us about that girl.
Well, when I saw the competition and the materials, I was just thinking it's a competition, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, so I just took what I wanted to use, so I grabbed it and I was first. So.
Well, great job, Viking Sabina. Your ancestors will be very proud right now. You can now please leave the runway and we'll see you a little later on.
Okay,
thank you so much for the great job. Hello, Chris. How are we?
Good.
First, we want to break down this little look. Please talk to us about it all.
Well, I was a little bit confused in the beginning with the accessory. Any kind of the mandatory material we get, I'm gonna start to follow my accessory, so we're gonna match for the outlook. Then, well, we get like jeans and like the shirts, like the Hawaiian still. And I make the dress for the Hawaiian thing, and I wanted like it to have also the texture of the material, but to make more rock and add more details that's gonna look glam. And then I cut the pants, the jeans, and I make the dress.
Yes.
My strongest contestant again, it has to be Chris. 45 minutes. He actually finished a few minutes earlier. And yeah, he went in, he didn't know what he was doing, but he was doing it, and he came out brilliant. Bloody brilliant.
I'm very good. I know that in fashion always you learn something more, then I try to get your advices and to put on my creation.
Well, thank you very much, Christoph. You did a fabulous job. But it's now time to leave the runway, so I'm going to ask you and Dana to please leave because we have some more discussions to go on.
Okay.
Woo! Thank you very much, guys. Hello, Root. Hello, Charlie. So, talk to us about your design.
Okay. My general idea and inspiration, like, it was David Bowie look, but in the female version. And I wanted to be metal and bling and stage look.
Okay.
And I think I reached it.
Awesome. And tell us about your use of mandatory materials.
In the accessory, I used a hat and shoes laces and the front of the shoes. In my general piece, I used jeans. And to sew it like to the neck piece, I took a piece from the shirt because it's more flexible. And I used like all the metallic fabrics I could find. And that's what I did. And I used also these pins because I wanted it to be like more rock star look. So this is it.
Tell me about this little pouch thing that's happening like near her.
Over here?
Yeah.
I kind of had in mind a jacket that David Bowie had in one of his shows, and he has like wings on it, but in the back.
But with the wings being right there, though?
I think I wanted it to stay like open, so I placed it there. I tried to put like more gold in the back, and it wasn't that good. And I took it out, and I like it like this.
The contestant that surprised me the most definitely was Root. She took a concept that was not working and actually changed it into an avant-garde piece.
I think you've done a great job, so you can get rid of the nerves there. And may you please leave the runway because we had some other designs to discuss.
Thank you for this.
No problem. Hi, Nicola.
Hi.
Hey, Nicola. Hi, Kayla.
Hi. Hello there, fabulous.
So, Nicola,
Yes.
talk to us about your design.
Well, I used both the mandatory materials. I used the denim to create the actual top and the bottoms, as well as the shirt to use the collar, to make the collar as well as the back straps. And I added trimming details here, as well as the red mesh trowel. But I would have liked to have more time just to perfect the finishing of it. But I'm happy with my design.
Can you get to do a twirl? We just want to see the back. Woo!
Man. Tell me, what's your strengths and what's your weaknesses in trying to be rock glam to the runway?
I think my strength is my actual design concepts. I have great design concepts. I think one of my weaknesses would be working under pressure, as I'm used to working in my own pace at my own time. So I think that may be a struggle for me, working under pressure and under a certain time limit.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I would be really nervous right now. Where's the accessory?
The accessory, I'm not sure if I had time to put it on the model. I didn't realise I had to put it on within that time myself also. So.
Okay. That's all.
How are you feeling right now, Nicola?
I'm feeling okay. I'm still happy with my design. I think it fitted the goal. But like you did say, I could have added the extra details. I can take that on board. But I'm still happy with what I have done today. So yeah.
Well, good job. Good job for the confidence and staying true to yourself. We are now going to ask you to leave the runway and we will hear from you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well done.
The contestant that delivered the worst result on both challenges was definitely Nicola. I'm so sorry. That was horrible.
I thought the judges' comments were harsh, that it could have been executed a bit better if I had more time. I'm quite used to planning and preparing and taking my time to perfect things, which in this competition there is no time to.
I feel like you're very versatile in the mandatory materials you use, although you really, really need to know when to add and eliminate fabrics if you want to give it that exclusive vibe and if you want to grow as a person.
Cristo, I feel like you have a keen eye for what you want to portray. You rocked this challenge, but less teaching, more designing.
Sabina,
Yes.
I love your simplicity in the techniques you use, and I'm very intrigued with, by far with the details.
Nicola, how's it going? Unfortunately, not too well. You left out the accessory. Your construction was abysmal. And leaving the garment unfinished. Time was not of the essence.
So, without further ado, the winner of Design Genius London of the episode is, can I get a drum roll? Woo! The winner is Congratulations, you did a great job. And you can now please leave the runway.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome job.
It feels really nice to be a winner, and I had the confidence, and I almost knew that I'm gonna win.
Sabina, please take a step forward. Your outfit could have been more rock. However, your execution was brilliant. And we're going to say, you have a chance to win $10,000 and stay in the competition for the title of Design Genius London, and you can please leave the runway. Well done. How does that feel? Get the nerves out. No problem.
I didn't think that I was going to lose because I thought that my design was much better than the others.
Nicola, please step forward. While your work is considered trash, you, however, want to learn. Given you want to learn and improve, what do you think about it? More learning on the outside will be required. Given this, we're going to have to ask you to leave the runway as you are no longer in the competition and will have to pack your bag. Thank you. You can please leave the runway.
To be honest, I kind of was ready for anything, so I was prepared to go if I had to go. It's a competition at the end of the day, and someone has to go.
On the next episode of Design Genius, designers team up to battle it out on the next round. 6 designers, 3 teams, 1 overall look. Whose teamwork will spell disaster, and who will reign supreme? Find out what's going to happen next, right here on Design Genius London.
No time for attitude, I'm just not in the mood. So liberated, anticipating my greatness while you hate it. I'm free, I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no pressure. I'm free. Oh, I'm letting it all go. Release me from these shackles. I won't be a prisoner, I gained my freedom. I got my sanity and I'm still breathing. I'm letting it all show, cause it's a chain reaction, it's so contagious. Went through the struggle and I still made it. I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no pressure, no way. I'm free. I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no way. I'm free.
From Tom Ford's animal print to the colored furs at Michael Kors and Dion Lee, or the hottest pinks at Alexander Wang. Plus Calvin Klein and Jason Wu's hipster plaids. We've got you covered on the runway's biggest trends. There's no stopping to the trends of fall/winter at Runway Frenzy.
Every Tuesday and Friday, London, 1900 DST. Paris, 2000 DST. Moscow, 2100. Season after season, emerging faces and new talents aim to make it big in the fashion industry. Discover some of the newest faces in fashion, beauty, and photography that are taking today's fashion scene by storm. You're watching Fresh Faces. Check out the latest talents in fashion, including designers, bloggers, and photographers. Online journals giving fashion advice are a hot trend for today's generation. Let's meet 3 influential fashion bloggers with massive online followings as they share their personal styles and beauty inspiration. If you're looking for budget-friendly style inspiration, Miami-based twin bloggers Alexa and Nicole Almiral give a double dose of fashion that talks about blogging on a budget.
Yeah, it's all fun and games, so somebody gets hurt.
Hi, my name is Alexa Almiral. And I'm Nicole Almiral, and we're Style by Two. We're 21 years old, and we're born and raised in Miami. We say that we're blogging on a budget because everything that we show is something that any girl can afford, that she can go out and buy. It's not something that you necessarily have to save up forever just to get that one thing. Everything is affordable. When it comes to our styles, we're both pretty similar. I think that for me, I enjoy having a very simple piece and then playing it up with some type of accessory. So whether it be a pop of color bag or a really detailed sandal or shoe or a chunky necklace, I like to have one thing that I really focus on and then have a more simple aspect of it as well. As far as my personal style, I really like pop of color pieces. While most girls are drawn to black, I feel like bright colors really look good on me. I also like to go for flowy things, being that we live in Miami, especially now it's really hot. Like what I have on today, it's a jumper. I like flowy jumpers, skirts, dresses, anything that's nice and airy and flowy. I also like to do just simple light wash cutoff shorts or dark wash with a high gladiator and just a simple top with maybe a nice tassel necklace and cute jewelry. A big trend this summer, I think, is fringe. Another thing is really, really bright colors and something really simple too. Like we do a lot of all white, and then we play it up with like a colored shoe or a patterned shoe, or a lot of florals also, and light denim.
Sisters Alexa and Nicole provide sophisticated yet affordable inspiration for the everyday woman.
We really try to focus on being affordable. So it's like a lot of the time you see a lot of bloggers with like Valentinos or Chanel handbags, which is of course beautiful, but not a lot of girls, especially at our age, can afford something like that. So we want people to know that you can go
with fashion style guides and beauty inspirations available in just one click.
We also like to find like small boutiques that have nicer pieces, also like styles like Zara that's very European. We find that it's very like simple clothing, but it's good quality and you could dress it down or dress it up. There's one called Steps. It's in Sunset Place, and a lot of the time they have things that other boutiques have for half of the price.
It was 2010 when Miami-born Kelly Sachs shared her love for fashion and beauty by starting her blog, Kelly's Closet. With her wide range of ultra-feminine style admired by top Hollywood personalities, Kelly Sachs is now known as one of Miami's most influential style bloggers. Top fast fashion brands like Zara, Topshop, and Forever 21 are her favorites for staying fashionably up to date.
For today's first look, I'm wearing a modern monochromatic look and my take on fall in Miami. My bow top is from Cameo the Label, one of my favorite Australian brands. My white trousers are by Topshop, and I've accessorized with a black croc cane bag from Zara, a black felt hat from Forever 21, and black Celine Sunnies. For today's second look, I'm dressing down one of my favorite new pieces to my wardrobe, which is this beautiful blue bow pencil skirt, also by Cameo the Label. I've paired it with a cropped black sweater from Express and black mules from Express, and for a little fun, some fringe earrings.
Here we go again, we're gonna paint the town. Me and all my friends are ready to show out. If you're ready, baby, won't you say it loud? Show me what you're
Kelly also offers all-inclusive services such as personal shopping, bridal styling, and wardrobe consultations, creating polished looks that meet both lifestyle needs and budget. One of the leading professions in today's industry is photography. Photographers translate designers' visions into magazines, billboards, and runway snaps.
It's a party with a million.
From editorial photo shoots to runway snapshots, the man behind the lens, Sean O'Toole, has developed a real passion for taking impressive photos.
I'm just not another passing fling. I'm front and center.
Sean O'Toole captured mesmerizing images of Marla Weaver for designer Tanya Marie's behind-the-scenes photo sessions.
Adrenaline moves me. Life is a movie.
The shoot is actually going to be published in Elements magazine, which is in New York. The editor-in-chief is Kineo Biggs. We're going to be doing more of a tribal type theme today. My part, I'm actually the photographer today. So it's very exciting. I've known Tanya Marie for a while now. When we decided to come up with this collaboration, obviously knowing Kineo in New York, he was very happy and very pleased to have Elements magazine be a part of today's shoot.
Come here, baby, oh now don't be shy. I hope you're not like all the other guys. In the spotlight, it's a crazy ride. Oh, you'll see. Yeah. Adrenaline moves me. Life is a movie. Better get ready. 'Cause tonight I'm coming
was the white one. It was sheer, it was almost like a wedding gown, but it was so like rock and roll at the same time, and it had this like high neck.
Photographer O'Toole has now gained numerous client bookings, from modeling agencies to editorial photo shoots, and has worked for well-known brands like Victoria's Secret. Many young designers are launching their own fashion brands, showcasing fresh collections that are taking style to the next level. One of them is Taiwan-based brand Nude by Soy, who launched their first pop-up store in Hong Kong. Situated in Kennedy Town, Soy's creative directors Ann Chen and Thomas Kung showcase their latest fashion line featuring modern and minimalistic clothing.
你好，我是 Ann， 我是来自台湾的 Nude 这一家店，然后这个 Nude Made by Soy 是由我跟 Thomas 一起创作的一个品牌。在我们春夏衣物的这一款是我们的主打，然后它的剪裁是比较直线型的，然后它在单边的部分有做一个大的开叉。那它有3种穿法，第一种就是像它这样直接配一个大宽裤，或者是窄管裤都可以。然后它也可以就是把这个角然后往裤头扎。那它会是一件比较斜口的上衣，然后在侧边的部分是比较有层次的，然后正面的话也会有一个造型。然后它也可以在单穿的话就是直接配那个内搭的长版背心，它可以单穿当成洋装。然后在版型的部分，因为我们是有一些比较年轻族群或者是一些年轻的妈妈，所以我们在版型上面有一些不同。是同样的设计，我们有做一款是比较宽松一点的，它是比较适合做洋装型的。然后在客人在挑选的时候就可以依照他想要，它可以当做上衣，或者是他想要做成洋装穿，就是我们有分这样子不同的版型。然后在材质的部分，就是我们采用的是纯真丝，所以它穿起来是很透气的。然后在夏天穿的时候也不会觉得很闷热。
这套其实是我们春夏衣舞另外一套的就是套装。其实这套衣服它是比较就是工作服，就是可能是办公室女性很适合穿的。我们用了一个比较高贵的一个提花布去做，然后当中呢我们还加了小细节，如果他需要把袖子别上来的时候，也是一个很酷的造型，而且在工作上面他们这样子别上来，他们会更加方便一点。然后在里面的部分，它里面呢是一件真丝的上衣，那在夏天的时候，它穿的时候就会比较清凉一点。就算是无论是在外面，它可以脱掉外套，就有个很清爽的一个真丝的上衣在里面。然后如果在冷气底下的话，它就可以穿上这件外套。那我们的 target audience 呢，其实他们是可能是一些女强人，他们有自己的事业，他们知道自己的打扮穿着是怎么样的。所以我们的设计都是比较简单、比较中性一点。他们会去选择应该怎么样自己去配搭，怎么去穿出他们自己的个性在当中。
Established in 2014, the Taiwan-based label effectively combines styles from Hong Kong and Taipei to create unique and contemporary garments. It's time for a break. Stay tuned as we feature more emerging fashion personalities when Fresh Faces returns.
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Charmeuse. Drapey delicate silk or synthetic fibers of fabric, having semi-lustrous satin texture, and is often used for wedding dresses.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
Welcome back to Fresh Faces. Before the break, we featured twin bloggers Alexa and Nicole Almiral, influential style blogger Kelly Sachs, photographer Sean O'Toole, and creative directors Ann Chen and Thomas Kung, showcasing their label Nude, made by Soy. Now, let's continue as we feature more emerging talents that are rocking the fashion scene. Enrolled in leading fashion schools in Morocco and Belgium, these are the talented student designers who are making a name for themselves in the industry. In Belgium, the students of La Cambrai School of Art and Design presented their work at the La Cambrai Mod Graduation Show 2015. Julian Klossner, Charlotte Munzer, and Maureen Saray were just some of the talented students that presented show-worthy masterpieces with futuristic forms and folklore-inspired silhouettes.
Hello, I'm Julian Klausner. I'm in 4th year at La Cambre Mode. The inspiration for the collection is essentially Cindy Sherman's work, pop art artists, and kind of the idea of American society stereotypes. I wanted to really build characters with each look and try and get the personalities of the girls come out. I try to use essentially natural materials, so leather, wool, silk, and cotton. There is, of course, some synthetics, but I try to be essentially natural fabric materials.
Inspiration is from the religion, the way the body is hidden and covered by fabric, and there's another inspiration source who's a lot more sculpture and organic, where I come to reveal the body that the Christian costume has had. So it's a mix between the priest costume and something more feminine, and there's a lot of lace and transparency.
My collection is about primitive Flemish painting and daily life. I choose this because maybe because I live now for 4 years in Brussels, but also just because I'm really sensible to this primitive Flemish painting. Sometimes I can use tape and then blankets, and sometimes I use silk. I choose La Cambre because I was just searching for a school that can learn me volumes and how to work details and technique in clothing, and then to express myself at the hand.
These aspiring student designers are aiming to make a name for themselves in fashion, and all have very promising careers. In Morocco, Casa Moda Academy offered a wide range of professional training for future students who want to pursue creative careers in the industry. In collaboration with the Moroccan Association of Textile and Clothing Industries, young student designers from Casa Moda Academy shared their latest creations. Fashion students Nada Belyam, Kater Wazad, Ansar El Yavoubi, Sandus Aitrami, Odmani El Gama, and Badr Wati made a splash with their contemporary avant-garde ensembles.
In Casa Moda Academy, we emphasize in personal style of everyone. Like, you don't have to be that way creative, but you can be whatever you want. You can be whatever style you choose, whatever style that talks to you or inspire you. And I think it's really amazing.
I'll be the first to say this clear. Can't feel
I want to be a strong woman, independent woman in fashion, and to create a lot of things and show people that Morocco is not just tradition and something like that. No, there is a lot of ideas. That's why we're here. That's why I am here. That's why we all are here in Casa Moda.
Your style and personality is within us, but everyone he needs to find a way to discover it. So here in Casa Moda, they're trying to work on our personality, our style.
So the most important thing for me is how your imaginations become reality. So of course that's why we study fashion, to express our ideas, to express ourselves, to tell people that here we are the new fashion generation. We can give them, show our personality to the others.
The idea of doing school like this is really amazing, and it's like a big step to be ahead and maybe in the future be like schools in Paris or London, but it's like a lot of hard work, of course.
And I would like to right this wrong.
Behind every top model and celebrity's show-stopping look is a makeup artist who makes the beauty happen. In Nigeria, Maybelline New York's artistic director, Bimpe Onakoya, has a solid reputation for creating the perfect makeup look with over 11 years in the beauty and fashion industry.
I discovered makeup while I was in secondary school, while I was rounding up. I just derived so much joy from making everybody around me beautiful. You know, I love the expressions. You know, it was just priceless. To be a good makeup artist, you need to be very creative. You must have an active imagination. You need to look at a face, and ideas should start rolling of what to do to the face.
An icon in the makeup industry, Onakoya shares her tips for a flawless finish.
I think that it's very important that the skin should look like the skin. I love the skin to be natural. Apart from looking natural, I love it to be alive. Everybody knows cacao. Cacao is the new contour. You know, instead of saying contour your face, we cacao it, because Maybelline has this beautiful shade of powder that we use to cacao the face. It's just beautiful and it's perfect.
Onakoya has worked with top brands such as DKNY and Lacoste. In collaboration with the retail brand Debenhams, the pop-up event Found It showcased the latest Christmas beauty trends at London's ultimate party destination, Mahiki Bar. French cosmetic brand Makeup Forever's coach trainer Zasha Zelinska presented their new Ultra HD foundation, which features 40 natural shades.
HD makeup covers all the imperfections that you cover, that all women want to look very natural as well, don't we?
Yeah.
So basically it covers, but it doesn't give this mask effect. It looks totally natural. It contains a special ingredient thanks to which you don't get flashbacks. The new 4K camera, they see 6 times closer than the old HD cameras, yeah? So we need products that will be suitable for those cameras.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we needed to create a new formula. And that new formula is used by professionals all over the world, by makeup artists, to get the best result.
So let the good times roll.
British makeup artist Rachel Fudge showcased cosmetic brand Urban Decay's latest naked eyeshadow collection, which features palettes in dark hues and shimmery tones, perfect for the holiday season.
It's all about the Christmas glamorous eye makeup, so it's all about the smoky eyes. We got the beautiful smoky eyeshadow palette. This is one of the newest ones from the Naked section. It comes with a double-sided brush, so it makes it easy for you to apply your makeup. Then we can create lots of different types of looks, all the way from the lighter shades all the way to smoky, sultry, rampy colours. So it's really easy for you to apply, and the pigmentation of it comes out really well. So it's really shimmery shades come onto it, and the colours and looks beautiful on all eye shades.
We're going to the morning, yeah.
Known as Urban Decay's senior makeup artist, Rachel Fudge has also established her name in fashion, music, editorials, and has worked with luxury companies such as Dior.
So take a couple pictures now.
From the freshest faces of today's fashion to the latest trends in beauty, we've just looked at the emerging talents from around the world. Miami-based twin bloggers Alexa and Nicole Almiral and their blog Style by Two provide sophisticated yet affordable fashion advice and beauty inspiration for the everyday woman. The sensational blog Kelly's Closet by Kelly Sachs offers a wide range of ultra-feminine outfits with all-inclusive services such as personal shopping, bridal styling, and wardrobe consultations. Photographer Sean O'Toole embraces fashion as a lifestyle, an attitude, and a story, and captures stunning photos for fashion's elite. Creative directors Ann Chen and Thomas Kung showcase their latest fashion line, Nude, made by Soy in Hong Kong. In Belgium, the students of La Cambrai School of Art and Design presented their masterpieces at the La Cambrai Mode Graduation Show in 2015. Morocco's Casa Moda Academy collaborated with the Moroccan Association of Textile and Clothing Industries to showcase their emerging student talents. Elsewhere in Nigeria, Maybelline New York's artistic director Bimpi Onakoya has a solid reputation for creating the perfect makeup look, with over 11 years of experience in the industry. Finally, in London, makeup artist Zasha Zelinska and Rachel Fudge presented the latest beauty trends featuring dark hues and shimmery tones, perfect for the holiday season. And that ends our feature on Fresh Faces.
The time is right to forget everything and enjoy the night. The time is right, so bright, and this feeling will be your guide. So no time for attitude, I'm just not in the mood. So liberated, anticipating my greatness while you hate it. I'm free, I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no pressure. I'm free. Oh, I'm letting it all go. Release me from these shackles. I won't be a prisoner. I gained my freedom. I got my sanity and I'm still breathing. I'm letting it all show. Cause it's a chain reaction. It's so contagious. Went through the struggle and I still made it. I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no pressure, no way. I'm free. I'm just doing me. Can't take no more, no stress, no strain, no way. I'm free.
From Tom Ford's animal print to the colored furs at Michael Kors and Dion Lee, or the hottest pinks at Alexander Wang. Plus Calvin Klein and Jason Wu's hipster plaids. We've got you covered on the runway's biggest trends. There's no stopping to the trends of fall/winter at Runway Frenzy.
Every Tuesday and Friday, London, 1900 DST. Paris, 2000 DST. Moscow, 2100. Lavish treats, elegant cuisines, and glamorous nights, captivating some of the most distinguished night outs across the globe. Let's look into a variety of jaw-dropping, luxurious party scenes and full-swing night outs. You're watching Weekend Special, Posh Nights Out. We're bringing you to fabulous night outs with the hottest crowds from top style cities around the world in a full glimpse of glamorous outfits that will surely fetch the night away. Held in downtown New York, the reception party of the Women and Fashion Film Fest shows what elegance looks like. Attended by big names in film and fashion industry, the night was literally filled with style and sophistication. Indira Cesarin, editor-in-chief of Untitled magazine, talked about their awesome experience for the night.
I'm Indira Cesarin, and we're here at the Women in Fashion Film Festival cocktail. And we just are going to be checking out some of the celebrities and models, directors, actresses that are here tonight enjoying the festival that is starting this evening.
Former supermodel Trish Goff, one of the panelists of the Film Fest, shared about discovering her passion in real estate and the time when she made a big career move from modeling to being a real estate broker.
Modeling was a great stepping stone in life. You know, it let me travel, it exposed me to many experiences, but it was nothing I was passionate about. And what I loved is I always loved properties, and I always loved the real estate market. Yeah, I just decided to make the change. I think there was one thing that really provoked that change, which was I went on really like my first really big job back after kind of taking a break for a year, and I hurt my foot, and I couldn't work for 3 months.
Philip Block, celebrity stylist, talks about how he drew inspiration from various artworks. From still photos to attending parties and events, these charms and spice in life are all vital in his career.
A still photo can sell a film. When I go to a film festival, I just like to look at the pictures, and the pictures usually speak to me, and then if I need to, then I go to the title.
CEO of Africa Connect magazine, Oman Deed, gracefully flaunted her nice dress, accessorized with an elegant necklace and beautiful headdress.
I love fashion, and it's a good way for me to wear my beautiful dresses that I don't wear all the time. So I just come out and support my fellow women anyway.
Regal as it is, the Women and Fashion Film Fest cocktail party defines what classy and fashionable night out is made of. Talking about chic night out, the grand opening of Drink House Fire and Ice at South Beach, Miami gives you the real deal. Filled with stylish people, superb tasting drinks, and cool music to rock the night, it's a perfect place to party the night away. A collaboration from the dynamic duo Nicole Pritchett and Sally Drinkhouse to establish Drinkhouse Fire and Ice aims to provide a place of escape for those who need an awesome spot to chill, relax, and get social.
Sally and I have been family friends forever since I was a little girl, and I was back in town visiting from LA, and Sally came over one day. She had seen a documentary I did. She felt like it changed her life. We started talking, and the next thing I knew, she asked if I wanted to partner with her on this project. And at the time, I was a little unsure, but after talking with Sally and knowing that there was going to be crystals for the positive energy and the type of place that we were creating, not just any your ordinary bar or Miami nightlife club, this is a place for tourists and also for locals. It really has a soul to it, and great energy from all the crystals. We have things like selenite that are supposed to remove the negative energy, and all of these things really make it so powerful.
From the different elements used in the club's interior to good food, the event sums up a great night, loaded with fun and excitement.
We are an experimental cocktail lounge in Miami's first ice bar. What does that mean? So we have crazy experimental cocktails. We have things like Szechuan buttons that make a tingling sensation in your mouth. We have things called magic berries. They make everything that you eat or drink afterwards taste sweet. We have 6 different types of ice. We smoke our ice. I mean, it's unreal what we do. And then of course we're here in this amazing ice room. Everything is made out of ice. The glasses, we have 100,000 pounds of ice in this room.
Collected crystals from all over the world, and some are museum pieces. It's my own collection. I'm sharing it with the world now, and they're all very happy. We're at Fire and Ice in Miami, Florida. If you want to fantasize a breeze, come to see us and enjoy the chill.
A fun night at Drink House Fire and Ice will surely give you a wonderful vibe and party experience you will never forget. A launching party of a label's new collection is always fashionable and stylish. In London, In the Style party launching was loaded with great vibes and fun atmosphere as expected. Looking impeccable as always, Lizzie Condi, TV presenter and one of the guests, talks about her party experience and how she loves the new collection of the label.
What do you think to In the Style?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving all the different brands, a lovely atmosphere. Yeah. I came last year, it was fantastic. One of the best events.
Publicist Joseph Hagen shared his thoughts about In the Style's fabulous collection and how it became a favorite brand among his clients.
Well, I went to In the Style last year. I can't remember, I think it was at Project, and it was a really good night. Lots of my clients went and got loads of goodie bags. They loved everything inside, so thought it would be the best party to come down to again.
Gorgeous as ever, Lauren Paup, In the Style's brand ambassador, talks about her collection with the label and how she became the face of the brand's new collection.
Faces everywhere tonight.
I know, it's kind of freaky.
Tell me, how did you get involved with In the Style?
They're a brand that I wore anyway, and then you kind of build a relationship, and then Adam, who owns the company, approached me about doing a line, and it all just kind of clicked and made sense.
Yeah. What are you wearing tonight?
My own range, obviously.
So did you have any hand in like any of the designing or colours or anything like that?
I guess being on a show like Towie, we get approached by companies. We're quite fortunate in that sense, but not many will let you actually have an input or have a say, where Adam's really easy and cool about that. And I think he wants all his ranges that he does for people to kind of reflect them. And I think when you look at mine and Charlotte's, you can see us in the ranges, if that makes sense.
The night speaks so much of the label's new collection. stylish and glamorous, capped with fun-filled party experiences. Great evenings consist of great people. Rock the Fleet kickoff party at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square, New York, is one classic example of a great event. Hosted by the United Service Organization, the party was swarmed with men looking sleek in their white uniforms. Delana Dixon, editor-in-chief of Diva Goals, stuns in her pretty black and white outfit as she talks about the activity details.
What does this Fleet Week mean to you?
Men and women from around our nation get an opportunity to see one of the greatest cities in America, New York City, and all that we have to offer. And we just extend our love to you from Times Square and the Hard Rock Cafe to the Statue of Liberty to Harlem to Brooklyn. So I hope they just take full advantage of our amazing city.
The elegant-looking Grammy nominee singer-actress Antonique Smith was obviously having a great time as she shares her excitement about the event.
Oh my God, it's been such a blessing. So after the nomination, that was my first single that I got the nomination on. I put out my EP, Love Is Everything. It's out, everybody's loving it. I just put out the next single, All We Really Have Is Now. I'm performing that tonight.
There you go.
And 2 other songs off the EP, and I'm just so happy.
More great names were in attendance, sharing their amazing night encounters at the Rock the Fleet kickoff party.
I was actually in ROTC in college. I was in Army ROTC, so I have like a special place in my heart for the military. I almost joined. To the surprise of no one, I probably wouldn't have been great in the military.
Love it. Support our troops overseas. My dad was in the military. My grandpa was. Both grandpas, actually. So hats off to these guys. Love supporting the military. What am I wearing? Currently, we're wearing our service dress whites. Our one and only uniform that gets stained every time you put it on.
Truly, it was one great evening filled with great people to jive with. It's time for a short break. Stay tuned as we visit more glamorous evening parties when Weekend Special, Posh Nights Out returns.
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Chobby, waist or high hip length coat with heavily padded shoulders, sleeves the same length as the coat, and usually made of fur or a pile fabric to give a bulky look.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
Welcome back to Weekend Special, Posh Nights Out. Before the break, we looked into the elegant Women and Fashion Film Fest, where we saw fashion and class exquisitely delivered. The chic grand opening of Drink House Fire and Ice at South Beach, Miami. In the style's glamorous and stylish launch party, and the amazing Rock the Fleet kickoff party at the Hard Rock Cafe, New York. Let's see more grand evenings and ritzy night outs that portray luxury and real fashion. Exquisite femininity is always a classic. In New York, the legendary party of the Untitled magazine showcases feminine sophistication. Wearing a glamorous black gown with linear glitters, Indira Cesarin, editor-in-chief of the Untitled magazine, talks about women's empowerment as the theme of the night's grand party.
Very, very exciting moment for us because this is one of our biggest issues that we've done so far. It features all female photographers, all female talent, all female journalists. It truly is an act of sheer female willpower. I mean, it is like the ultimate girl power issue.
The party was celebrated in connection with the magazine's 8th issue, which features great modern women who excel in their respective crafts.
The Girl Power issue features cover stars with Charlie XCX, Naomi Harris from James Bond, Rebecca Ferguson from Mission Impossible, Root Nation. We have Lizzie Kaplan, Tove Lo, Carly Rae Jepsen, Lydia Hurst. The list just goes on and on of all the incredible women that came together to share the issue with us and to work with us on this really powerful moment, which is honestly like such a big deal for the magazine to have an issue that is full of so many strong, empowered women.
It's amazing. I love Indira. Indira is one of my really great friends, and I always want to support her. I mean, her work is very avant-garde and chic. I think with her magazines of the highest standard in terms of fashion and art. So yeah, I think she's amazing, and I think her magazine's really, really beautiful, stunning.
Music artist Shariah J, in her chic, fashionable outfit, expresses her happiness of being one of the featured women on Untitled Magazine's 8th issue.
I'm actually really excited about it. I'm anxious to see what's inside, and Indira has been so great, you know, and Untitled, the family has just taken me in and shown me love, so I'm really excited about it. Girl Power issue, isn't that dope? Man, as soon as she told me what the issue was about, I was like, okay, this speaks to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was just blessed to be a part of it. Make sure that y'all are Banji certified, which is be authentic, never jeopardize your individuality. That's important. Stay unique and love the skin that you're in.
Looking elegantly simple in her khaki-colored dress, owner of the House nightclub, Margaret Horowitz, shares her delight for being the venue of Untitled Magazine's legendary party.
We're really excited to have Indira, who's the editor of Untitled Magazine, to host her wonderful fashion event party at House. I'm one of the owners, and we're one of the newest luxury nightclubs, lounges in the city.
The night is a perfect description of women's glamorous sophistication. From the party's theme to the venue and high-profile guests, it just defines how a posh party should be. Events that highlight the grand and magnificent are the best social parties. Malo's store opening in the grand city of Moscow, Russia, displays a class matchup of what fashion parties are all about. Showing off the different collections of ready-to-wear clothes and accessories while sipping a good-tasting wine is definitely one stylish experience. Actress Ingrid Olarinskaya and TV host Elena Ushakova, both looking fabulous in their red dresses, shared their impressions on the collection and how they are having a great evening.
Мы находимся на замечательном мероприятии бренда Мало, который наконец открывает свой первый бутик в Москве. Да, не случайно, я думаю, они выбрали такое знаковое для России, для Москвы место как ГОМ для своего первого бутика. Я, честно говоря, давно являюсь поклонницей бренда Мало. Очень рада, что наконец-то у них есть свой такой space в замечательном месте. Ну и, конечно же, welcome-вечеринка удалась, на мой взгляд. Конечно. Атмосфера такая же мягкая, уютная, как кашемир от Мало. В общем, очень здорово, нам здесь нравится. Фирменные цвета Мало, вот такой вот, наверное, это песок. Нежные пастельные цвета. Беж, молочные, очень красивые, они в моде всегда.
No less than the owner of Malo, Giacomo Canessa, graces the night to make it more fantastic.
Grazie, molto gentile, siamo in una location fantastica, sono emozionato per questa piazza e per questa posizione bellissima, sono veramente contento. Innanzitutto con questa collezione spero di riuscire a fare felici le donne e gli uomini russi per questa ventata che noi portiamo di Italia, di Mediterraneo, di stile diverso, anche di vita. A proposito dei nostri materiali, volevo dirvi semplicemente che sono tutti materiali che arrivano dalla natura, assolutamente puri al 100% e fatti made in Italy. Sì, questa è la mia prima volta, sono arrivato proprio ieri sera e sono entusiasta della vostra bellissima città, perlomeno in questa zona che sto vedendo adesso, il Cremlino, la Red Square, fantastica veramente. Sapevo che erano belli, ma non immaginavo così belli.
A fashion party in Russia, sumptuous wine, and good music all sums up a magnificent and grand night out. Miami's night parties are among the best in the world. The extravagant party culture complements the chic atmosphere the place could offer. Known as Miami's nightlife guru, Jerry Kelly celebrated his birthday at Tantalize Miami, hosting an all-nighter party attended by the city's most fashionable people.
When I look around, I kind of feel old tonight. I feel this has been like the royal wedding from Buckingham Palace. That's, you know, it's sort of protocol. I mean, listen, I want to give thanks to all the people that support me over the years, and happy to be here. And, you know, Dr. and Gladys Sanchez, the owners, are wonderful people, so I'm happy to be here. And I'm another year older. Lord God Almighty. This is Jerry Kelly Couture by Tammy Apostol. She's a Venezuelan couturier, great friend of mine, and she puts the final touches on things that I like, and here we are.
The night became a perfect description of grand extravagance, having an abundance of great-tasting food, magnificent birthday cake, and the highly stylish party guests. It is definitely a must-see exclusive party.
Chef Horacio Rugadero from Tantalize Miami, and this is our Cuban boxer. Basically, we try to develop every dish over here in Tantalize with some background history, okay? So we are in Miami. We have a lot of influence from Cuba. So we developed over here the famous Cuban boxers. Basically, it's the breast, pork shoulder, served over yuca mashed with mojo, black bean broth, and some pickled red cabbage.
Good vibes music and amazing dance performances add up to the night's glamorous act. Miami's nightlife guru himself is an epitome of grand luxury, defining posh evening parties at one of the world's most favorite nightlife venues. You've just seen some of the most fabulous evening parties. The Women and Fashion Film Fest reception party that speaks of true class and elegance. The chic and ritzy evening at Drink House Fire and Ice grand opening in Miami. In the style exquisitely stylish launching party for its new collection. The gorgeous evening in Rock the Fleet kickoff party at Hard Rock Cafe, New York.
I know that we just know.
The Untitled Magazine legendary party that features the best and sophisticated women of their respective industry. Melo's posh store opening at Moscow, Russia. And the grand birthday party of Miami's nightlife guru, Jerry Kelly, that defines luxurious nightlife at its best.
But I know the feeling's real.
And that ends our feature on Posh Nights Out.
And the beaches we appease. I'm no good with notes and love songs.
Turn back the time for me to stay. I couldn't change it.
Discover and learn the difficult A to Z terminologies of fashion, only here on Fashion Dictionary.
Paisley. A pattern based around twisted teardrop shapes, used commonly as prints or embroideries.
Here on Fashion Dictionary.
shedding light, lazy nights. Oh, my days collide. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm mesmerized by who we are. Fragile hearts, synchronized by a simple mind. Just before full sight, dizzy heights. I sit alone, crying out in shame. Tears of my loneliness, tears of my loneliness, and the tears of
for me.
Improve your fashion expertise as we teach you how to pronounce your favorite fashion label with logo origins and key details. Here on Fashion 4K's Spot the Brand. Custo Barcelona. Custo Barcelona. Custo Barcelona is a Spanish fashion house founded in 1981 by the Dalmau brothers, Custo and David, after being inspired while taking a road trip through the States. Their products include fashion, eyewear, fragrances, handbags, shoes, and swimwear. Their designs are psychedelic, very graphic, and have the distinct usage of bold colors and prints. Custo Dalmau mentioned in an interview, "Every season is an evolution of our identity, but that is the last thing we want to change." Custo Barcelona. Stay tuned as we bring you more of the latest fashion labels, exclusively here on Spot the Brand.
What would a woman do without her purse or her handbag? For most women in this day and age, handbags are one of the few desirable things to own. It is a personal pocket, an outward statement, and can even become one's best friend. To understand a woman is to understand her purse. Get to know the introspective connection between a woman and her handbag as we look into the industry of bag design and how these can reveal a woman's personality. Right here on A Bag Affair. Handbags are used in many ways, from carrying things to making impressions and many more. It's easy to tell how handbags can be a woman's security blanket. While some would say that there is really something to this whole personality thing between women and the bag they carry. Whatever type of handbag a woman owns, a bag lady can always tell you how much their handbags mean to them. It's an open affair most women want the world to know.
This is a perfect bag to kind of take around on your travels. And then you can just adjust the straps so it just goes over like a crossbody. So a lot of the time there's really fun designs. So yeah, it's a really fun, quirky brand to work on.
This is really special because it's so elegant and it's really subtle, the gold. So if I wear this with black, it's really, really outstanding and eye-catching.
Such expensive looking leather, but the design's really fun and playful, and it can be used in many different ways. So you can have it as a crossbody and you can use it as a clutch, and I think I love it the best, really. And actually I think it's going to do really well, particularly for our clients in Asia.
They have like these very pretty black gemstone with it, so it's black and white. It's easy to go with everything, so I can just kind of carry the handle like this, and I can also use it off the shoulder, so I really like this. It's a very good spring-summer bag. If you put a very colorful scarf around the handle, it's gonna stand out even more, and it can kind of accessorize the bag a little bit more. So I kind of like that way with their bags.
In these days, it's actually easier for women to spend more for a handbag than anything else. Although not all women are bag ladies, becoming one definitely means no turning back.
Right now to the very center. Now my mind is a two-way street. Love is this high.
Anyone can say that wonderful handbags might be a fine thing, but looking closely to a true masterpiece, all buttery, baby-soft leathers, and glass-like patterns. The craftsmanship and attention to the finest detail will surely get you into the bag craze.
If you know what I'm thinking of.
Clothes and shoes can even come at second place to this most covetable accessory, a trend that has been consistently rising in popularity for the past 100 years.
Got me with your coming and going. Come back.
As women in the UK can remember having their first Fiorelli bag, their first work bag, and it's evolved and grown over that time. The bags are beautifully crafted, they are very functional, but there's always that element of fashion, so you can tick the box from the catwalk trends with the Fiorelli range. Fiorelli, because it's a classic, there's an underlying classic element to it. We're very lucky that we've got these beautiful classic bags, but then we add a twist of fashion. Every season we're looking at the brand image, we call it a tone of voice of the brand. Are we all talking about Fiorelli in the same way?
I never thought I'd come back for more.
It's called Save My Bag because women would take their leather bags and put it inside and use it to travel to the beach and all the places where you don't want to put your bags on the floor. So this was where it started from, but actually it's such a light bag that women use it by itself because we love to stuff our bags with a bunch of different things, and like I believe modern women are really on the go today. They just can't have a small bag and just have a couple of things inside. They always need an extra item to put inside, you know, the baby stuff, the lunchbox, extra pair of shoes. So it's a bag by itself, but it's also an accessory that is collateral to a handbag.
Modeloo is a British leather handbag brand. It pays a lot of attention to detail. All of our bags are like carefully made. It's the contemporary modern woman, but still represented through the British classic style. So, for example, this collection has been inspired by the Channel Islands. So that's a reference to the Britishness of the brand, and still like the color palette is quite neutral, but then it has a lot of like fashion elements. Have like a range that is light gold metallic, which is lovely.
As women's increasing social and financial independence flourishes, women begin to travel more, making bags a fashionable and useful way of carrying their things, and at the same time telling the world their earning power. Handbags can have a tremendous transformative effect. It can impress, intimidate, tell off, surprise, and amuse. Structured handbags and clutches that are slender and solid, and at the same time ladylike, look good when matched with sleek suits and formal silhouettes, symbolizing femininity and toughness. For contemporary and feminine style, go for cross-body bags that combine luxury leathers with intricate whip stitching, tassel details, and embossed prints. The fine leather tassels, the dinky internal clips, beautiful linings, and the delicious smell of real leather are definitely irresistible to the modern maidens who are sophisticated and straightforward. It's stylishly wearable and comfy too. When sporting a youthful and chic look, shoulder tote bags are a perfect option. It's usually larger than the regular handbag and is often used for your shopping escapades due to the wide bottom design and larger capacity. It's popular on teens and women who are always on the go. A practical and utilitarian option that will surely get you through a long day's work.
The way out of confinement is yours.
Apparently, handbags are a woman's siren call, symbolizing influence and delivering a message amongst the female language. Whether it's the latest it bag or the handed prestige of a sentimental tote, handbags can navigate all the stereotypes of femininity, class, and tradition. And that closes our special of the introspective and contented industry of bag design and how it can represent the different types of women. This is a bag affair.
Tonight we're gonna make you move. Getting ready for the weekend. Make our way into the club. Time to get this party started. People moving all around the floor. We don't wanna stop, give us someone. You got to move to get down. Just move your feet to the sound. Me and my girls, we are down. Tonight we're gonna make you move. Getting ready for the weekend. Make our way into the club. Time to get this party started. People moving all around the floor. You got to move to get down. Just move your feet to the sound. Me and my girls, we are down.
Above me, you might really wanna back above me. Independent, don't need no help. I can do this all by myself. So just back above me. I just need you to back above me. 'Cause I'm coming back like I never left. You might wanna get your breath. Get ready for me.
Don't you listen to what they say? Don't you mind who's gone astray? And I've been waiting all this time, and not just face that won't track mine. I'm on a wave of gold and steel, and I can help the way I feel. You let me down, but I come back with an upbeat vengeance, with 1,000 strikes. You shouldn't be messing with my love. You should be the one to beg for more. You never know what you got in store, and it's gonna take much more to bring me down, bring me up, make my world fall apart. No one could ever get you. Till me down, break me up, make me fall on the pedestal. The one you created yourself. Don't you look no further. Don't you pretend you know the answer. I'm not waiting behind the door. Now you can't pull it on me anymore. I've been the righteous, the nicest kind, and I've been caring, been called blind, but I have new eyes to see a clearer sight and no more fear. You shouldn't be messing with my love. You should be the one to beg for more. You never know what you got in store, and it's gonna take much more to bring me down, put me up, make my world fall apart. No one could ever get you. Till me down, break me up, make me fall on the pedestal.
Daylight comes, and then we miss shades of bliss. Tomorrow so far away. Today I say these words we kiss, take it all away. I
tomorrow's tale, fictions of life, deeds of sorrow. Be the one to hold me tight, stay with me into the night. There's a whisper near, sounds so bright, the tinges shift for it's midnight. Can you feel? Please don't fear. Just be the one, hold me tight. Just be the one, just be the one. Show me the light. Just be the one, deep into the night. Oh, just be the one.
We want to be in love tonight. They want to have it all, it's fine. We want to sail away, come on. The sun will shine, never mind. The night is young, let's go outside. The sky is full of stars tonight. The sky is full of stars tonight. Let's sail away, let's go away. Let's fall in love, don't hesitate. Never mind, don't you worry. Everything's fine, everything's nice. Let's sail away, let's go away. Let's fall in love, don't hesitate. Never mind, don't you worry. Everything's fine, everything's nice. I like your eyes, I like the way you move. I like your shirt, I like your shoes. You walk around, my eyes will never stop. You walk around, never stop. The night is young, let's go outside. The sky is full of stars tonight. The sky is full of stars tonight. Let's sail away, let's go away. Let's fall in love, don't hesitate. Never mind, don't you worry. Let's get drunk and play some games, my love.
From Tom Ford's animal prints to the colored furs at Michael Kors and Dion Lee, or the hottest pinks at Alexander Wang. Plus Calvin Klein and Jason Wu's hipster plaids. We've got you covered on the runway's biggest trends. There's no stopping to the trends of fall/winter at Runway Frenzy.
Every Tuesday and Friday, London, 1900 DST. Paris, 2000 DST. Moscow, 2100.
From Tom Ford's animal prints to the colored furs at Michael Kors and Dion Lee, or the hottest pinks at Alexander Wang. Plus Calvin Klein and Jason Wu's hipster plaids. We've got you covered on the runway's biggest trends. There's no stopping to the trends of fall/winter at Runway Frenzy. Tracksuit trousers were donned by middle-aged football coaches or teenagers. Though we often uphold the tearing of sweats for a more better ensemble, there's a particular time and place where this relaxed lounging look is put on. And it has nothing to do with sports or indoor wear. Times have changed. You are watching Runway Frenzy, and today is when sportswear meets runway. Dress down might be the initial impact of tracksuits, but there's never anything low-key about this when it hit the fashion runway. Alexander Wang navigated the runway with a space gray tracksuit, off the shoulder or covering the neck, that are futuristically trancing all the same. Tommy Hilfiger delivers premium styling in mesmerizing red cropped hooded sweat with low waist fitted black trousers.
Please don't kiss me this way, please don't do it, please don't take me down.
Fyodor Galan elevates edgy styles to new heights, an ambiance embedded with a spectrum of colors that exuded a thoroughly playful spirit. The sweeping skirt layered over the tracksuit challenged the traditional rules of luxury leisure wear. In the statement tracksuit piece over a long black coat with a black sweatband that's adopted and rightfully owned by any badass appeal. In New York, Tad Snyder effortlessly blended a modern tracksuit with a schoolboy sweater in hues of blue that mixed the modern vibes with a nostalgic college look. This humble sporting two-piece has had all manners hurled to it over the years. Snobbish mockery or the vagaries of fashion, but it surpassed them all. It's not just surviving, it's thriving in the fashion era. And it won't be a surprise if tracksuits are bringing in much to the bank. The step up to its renaissance is now tenfold. You've just seen the biggest trends straight from the Fashion Week catwalks, exclusively on Runway Frenzy.
toast to the night. Cameras flashing, feeling so right in timeless fashion. Beautiful life, it's a 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 beautiful life. I promise to hold on to it all with you, babe, 'cause I get you, baby. It's always blue skies, lots of friends. Dive off the deep end, dive off the deep end for you. Let's toast to the night. Cameras flashing, feeling so right in timeless fashion. Beautiful life.